and set the pace for what your season is going to be like by winning a game like this early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Now here's Sayed. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Jackson. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves for some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Gives it on the option. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. He's got it on the move. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Say it. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quarterback will keep it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the wide receiver. On the run, it's Smothers. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Tight end now in motion. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Sayin on the play action. Going deep. Makes a grab on the shot.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Complete. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll try to run for it. He breaks a tackle. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
He never had a chance, never came close to converting that fourth down. Great job by this defense.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, and we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the grab at the 10. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Now on first down from the 30. Here's Sayin to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
To the air, it's Sayin. Got his man in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Sayin from the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Throwing, Sayin. Finds the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Julian with the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Sayin back to the air. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Sayin. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
And this offense has gotten off to a good start on third down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 35. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to do it on the ground. Maybe some room here. Smashes through the tackle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
This is an offense that prides themselves on the ability to run the football, right? They trust those big bodies up front, and on 4th and 1, there was no question they were going to go for it, they were going to hand it off, and they get the first down.
Tavian St. Clair. Touchdown, Buckeye! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And
I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Unloads quickly. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Hey, man, last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning because preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So, Palmer, he took a lot of criticism, but I love the way he stayed level-headed. And now this next season, another year of experience, I expect some great things from Arch Manning.
Yeah, there were huge expectations on this team in general, and maybe everybody a year too early on those expectations, but it's founded now. I mean, you've seen enough from Arch Manning to understand he can take this team to a national championship, and they've surrounded him with a lot of talent, too. Cam Coleman, amongst a bunch of other guys coming in through the portal.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They want to run this quarterback. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Ready to try the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Say it. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now here's Sayet. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Running inside, it's Jackson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They give it to him again. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here comes the option. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready. Line 14. Line 14. Ready, go.
Manning. Gonna let it fly. He's got it way down the field. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Ready. Blue 30. Blue 30. Jet. Ready, go.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Arch Madness. Looking for the score. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Plucks it out of the air. Breaks into the open. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Sayin to throw. He lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Sayin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Again, it's Sayin. Using the quick game. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
Down, Sayin. Under fire. Being chased. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Might be changing the route. Here's Manning to throw. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Manning. It's complete to the left. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go to the air. Forced out of the pocket. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the book. 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And it's the Hoosiers looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Takes a handoff and smothers. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Keep it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Arch is going to throw for it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
They're going to mark this one at the 15. of the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throw it. Say it. Finds his tight end. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Buckeyes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Here's a little room there. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finishing touch, courtesy of that 75-yard run to the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can cut.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. The holding penalty pushes them back. It's 1st and 20. Motion from the wideout. To throw, Manning. Got the back over the middle. Stumbled to the ground. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Gets the back moving. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And so the quarterback takes one for the team on the roughing the passer penalty, and it'll be 1st down. Manning with the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Wide 53. Wide 53. Slap.
Throwing Manning. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Finds space on the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Here's Arts to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The Longhorns are flying down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Manning. Dumps it off in the flats. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Line getting set on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, it's Manning. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Manning from the gun on third down. Complete downfield. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone coverage. He sits down like a wide receiver. Really nice job working the outside part of the field. Quarterback, running back on the same page for the nice completion.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Arch Madness. Fires quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the option. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback keeper. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on fourth down.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Looking for space, it's Jackson. Finding some room. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
To the ground. He's got it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The give to the lone running back. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Saying, trying to be heard about the noise. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
14.
On the move. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And send the tight end in motion. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Manning to throw. They'll run the screen. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He might want another play. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and fires complete. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip into the secondary and make that big play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Say it. Oh, they're after him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Complete.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. There's some room. The 40. Past the 30. The 10. He is in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Sending the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Got it down the field. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas! The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I'm about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And he tacks on the extra point. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The give to the left. At the 35, he's open. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is up.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Running inside. It's Jackson. Got enough for the first. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Buckeye! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Takes the easy one to the back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. Sends it back in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Gets it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. On the ground with the counter. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Looking for a crease. It's West. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try the left side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
You haven't seen that happen too often tonight. Taking a loss on a run. This guy's been special. He's been finding ways to get into the second level of this defense, and because of his talent and ability, that's a big reason why they've got the lead right now. You know that's not going to deter them, that last play. They're going to keep handing him the football.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. To throw, Manning. Makes the grab. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
It's caught downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. It's Manning. He's got it.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Another incompletion on third down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Tight end now in motion. Hart's going to spin it again. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
Got
it! He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Throwing Manning. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is blocked. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass.
35, Texas, 27. Number 96, set to kick this one away.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner is stopped. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. This time stops behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They feed him again. Could be an alley. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The run inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Using his legs, it's Jackson.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this 1st down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Manning. Bought a little time, lets it go. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Here's Arch to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the 1st down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Working that left side now. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, that couldn't have worked out any better for the offense. Receiver understanding, hey, we're down a possession, 2-minute situation. We don't have timeouts. I got to catch this pass. I need to get out of bounds. He did exactly that.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field.
He's got it up to 20. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Texas. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that is the play this offense needed, and it comes from a long shot in the passing game to now get within 2 late, and you know this coach is going for 2 at this point now. You're dialing up your best 2-point.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.